they're talking about brown and black unity, and they don't want it. The other people, the black people, don't want that shit. They don't even care. And if they do, they're just gonna use it for their advantage. You know what I'm saying? Because my grandmother, my grandmother always said, "Esos son bien traicioneros, los afroamericanos. You be friends with them for a little bit, and they'll stick it in at the end." So, and she's right, bro. I mean, I see the bigger picture. I see the bigger picture. Yeah, we can unite, but man, eventually they're gonna do shit. You know, I mean, just my opinion though. Who wants to come up real quick? Yeah, I just want to see what people have to say about the topic, especially paisas, man. They're the ones doing the most complaining. Mexicano, pasó, eh? Because Chile don't think USA should be giving things like that.
Get Chile, what's up?
Dude. Nah, bro, I agree with the host, man. You know, first of all, there ain't gonna be no fucking unity. I'm tired of hearing all that bullshit, black and brown bullshit. We know to get down, right? And then secondly,
hey, if you don't mind me asking, what do you identify as? You identify as black, Mexican, Hispanic,
Me?
Latino.
Me?
Chicano.
What was that? Chicano?
Me?
Chicano, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Sorry to cut you off. I just wanted to ask.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Cool.
So like, I'm kind of like, I'm not feeling all the hating on the Venezuelans neither, right? Because they're like raza, you know what I mean? They're from Latin America, right? But it's the same old story. They're always going to they're always going to cherry pick a couple of individuals and then highlight that and say, look, all the Venezuelans are bad. Like, we know that story too well. They've been doing that with the Mexicanos for centuries, right? So it's nothing new. So yeah, a lot of the people I see hopping on the Venezuelan hate bandwagon are some paisas. A lot of times I see other Chicanos and shit like that, but to me it's soft because it's like they're trying to kiss up to Whitey. You know what I mean? Like trying to act like model citizens.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're
It's
doing,
lame, bro. But
yeah, like if anything, that makes us look bad as us kissing up to the
Right.
Americans.
and actually,
You know what I'm saying? Not me.
and
I never
actually,
done that
what I
shit.
like about them is they're not coming with their fucking head down and all timid and shit like that. I don't know if y'all heard about that fool that got blasted in Chicago. Like he wasn't asking for it, but they try to, one of these FBAs try to run up and press him, and he was like a rapper with some known crew, and he ended up getting murked, and that's I mean, if you think about it, at least they're not all timid with their heads down, because I don't respect that. We've seen a lot of our gente that came out here like that, and where did that really get them? Like you were just talking about back in the day when they used to get, they were just trying to do their thing, but I think that they can adapt to these environments pretty quick, so we should be showing them love, because at the end of the day, they're not going to differentiate whether you're from Venezuela, whether you're Chicano, whether you're Mexicano, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna show love to him. Like if I see him up in the community or whatever, I'm gonna, give him a skin or whatever. Like,
Yeah, bro. Like if they're talking shit to us, then all right, we can say stuff. But they're not even saying. They're not even doing nothing to us. Like most of the lives I come on here, I defend the Venezuelans, bro, because I haven't seen a live where Venezuelans are complaining about Mexicans. I just see a lot of Hispanos, Mexicanos complaining about Venezuelans, and I'm tired of that shit. Like damn, like we're supposed to unite with fellow Hispanos, and they might be indigenous too.
It's a bad look, right? It's a bad look, bro, because we didn't have, let's say, like us, like I'm generalizing, right? We didn't necessarily have any community that could look out for us, or throw us a skin on, nothing like that. So why can't we be different? And since we're the dominant group over here, we should be doing that. You know what I mean? Because that's going to go a long way into the future. I mean, let's say, 20 years from now, whatever, they end up being deep or whatever, they're going to remember that, you don't, and because the way the numbers work, like you go to the East Coast, like in New York, there's nothing but like Dominicans and Puerto Ricans. Puerto Ricans don't really show no love towards our way, but the Dominicans kind of do. You know what I mean? But we're not really in the same section.
Yeah, Dominicans,
So,
I heard of them.
you know what I'm saying? Like if they're coming to our sections or whatever, like out west or Chicago or whatever, I see a lot of hating going on, and I hope that
Yeah.
that can quickly be corrected because it's lame, bro.
Yeah, shit's gonna get dirty, man. That's how shit
Yeah.
starts. I mean, we could use them as allies and all that, you know.
Hell yeah. I mean, and they hungry. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like you don't
But
see the strategic, mindset of also bringing them into the fold. Like they out here hungry. They're not timid. If these other communities that don't like us, you know what I mean, like FBAs and stuff like that, um,
yeah,
they're not going to sit there and tuck their tail. So we should be giving them the support. Straight
yeah.
up.
I know, right? It just blows my mind that they're doing all this, especially here, like in the United States, man. They have sympathy for a piece of shit like what's his name, GF. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
El Moreno.
Yeah,
El
yeah,
Moreno
yeah,
que
yeah, yeah,
falleció.
yeah. The BML, the BML
Yeah, they got
movement
sympathy
thing.
for them. Yeah, that shit. This is my mind. They got sympathy for that way, and they even fucking some even support that shit, and not knowing what he's a piece of shit. And our own gente, man, they were supporting all that, and it's just crazy, dude. I mean, we're
Listen,
going the
bro,
wrong way.
like
Not
straight
me.
up, I have a
Well,
I
video.
well,
don't
look,
have kids,
bro. A big thing was that in Texas, more so, a lot of Mexicanos, they did support George Floyd, but it was only because George Floyd was part of the screwed up clique. You know,
Oh yeah,
so
yeah,
he was
yeah. I,
SUC.
yeah, I don't know.
He was screwed up click. So that's why they had his back. Because even I mean in Houston, man, it's a little different. You know, like you're from Texas, but predominantly,
I'm not
but
from
you're from
Houston.
Texas,
Yeah,
right? If I'm correct, okay.
yeah. South Texas.
Yeah. So
Brownsville.
so in
Right by the
Houston,
border.
it's a lot more diverse, bro. Like there's Mexicans from Fifth Ward, and they hang out with the blacks. They broke that barrier, like they really get along out there for the most part.
Hold up, I gotta push back on that, bro. I think it's
Yeah.
kind
Go
of
ahead.
lame. I'm not talking about everybody in Texas, like South Texas,
Uh-huh.
Texas, El Paso. They still keep it raza, right? But like
Right.
these vatos and everything like
Yeah.
that, you can say that they broke barriers, but I look at it as if you're the dominant group, right? Like that new rapper that came out. If you're in a city where it's like 60% Mexican and 5% black, and you take on the characteristics of them, that makes us look weak. We should be the dominant culture. People should be taking on
That's what I'm
our
saying, dude.
characteristics. So for
I
you
know,
to
dude.
fold like that within one
I
generation,
say the same
it's
shit.
a bad look. I'm not saying that you have to necessarily hate on them or go to war or nothing like that, but to me,
Yeah.
it blows my mind like how you can, because that shows that your culture wasn't strong enough in the first place, which we do have a deep and proud and
Yep.
rich culture. These people basically had their culture stripped, and this is just a culture of what consumerism and degeneracy and stuff like that. So how are you in a city that's full of
Yeah.
people like you, 50-60% Hispanic, going to be adopting and like cosplaying these people?
And that's just
I get what you're saying. I hear you.
and it's more excuse for the Morenos to say that we copy them and we still we say the N-word or some shit like that. Like that's fucking bullshit. I guess I blame the parents too, bro. They fucking don't know how to check their children. I guess they don't know how to fucking talk to their kids and be like, hey, you can't fucking talk like that, or you can't dress like that. I mean, I don't have children yet, but fuck, if I catch them trying to be like a Moreno, bro, man, it's not gonna be pretty. Sea mexicano, cabrón. No sea. Yeah. My dad taught me that shit. He saw me one time with a big ass long shirt, sagging shorts, and he told me to go back to my fucking room and que me cambie. He's like, "Es eso."
Yeah.
So I grew up with a dad like that. My mom too. Shit. They're both.
Mine too, and I'm kind of glad. Like at the time, you didn't see it, but I think it's a problem. You know what I mean, for our community, because then we're putting ourselves in a position like we already look. It's like looking into the future. We already see what that's done. That sort of lifestyle and that behavior is done to that community. Why would you want to subject our future generations to that? It's like having no pride. You know what I mean? In who you are. And especially in areas like that, like you hear it on the internet all the time. Every time something gets mentioned, it's like, oh, in the Bay, we cool. It's like submissive, bro. It's like you're putting yourself in submission, bro. I don't
Yeah,
respect that as a collective. You know what I'm saying?
I know, dude. Yeah, man. Like let them fucking submit first. Shit. We always gotta be the nice guys and fucking bow down. Well, not me. Shit. Fuck that. I got pride, bro. I got dignity. I like my ancestors, my grandfathers. They all participated in some kind of battle in Mexico. If it was in Revolutionary War or the Mexican American War. So like, I have to
So,
represent.
man,
Feel me? And I don't represent modern Mexico though. That's not the thing because look who they voted for president. That's a different topic. I'm not going to talk about. So I just represent my ancient ancestors, ancient people, not modern
I
day
feel you.
Mexico, unless they have a change of heart.
Yeah, I'm from New Mexico.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
from New
right, man. I
Mexico,
mean,
so
yeah,
we have a little bit of different history, but like I'm mixed Spanish from Pueblo or whatever like that, right? But the thing
yeah,
is
Puebloan
the
people.
way we see America developing, right? Like if you follow it to its conclusion, one of these days it's going to be different people from with different heritage from different parts of Latin America. So why not link up and pretty much plan a route now, like together? You know what I mean? Because eventually that's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is like a lot of people in Mexico,
yeah.
they look at us as pochos, this, that, and the third. We can really develop something here of our own while honoring, you know what I mean, the ancestors, but at the
It's
same time, you
yeah.
know, having to be
I mean, that's why I don't. My fault. I don't mean to interrupt, but that's the reason I kind of don't respect a lot of people from Mexico because they treat us like that. They call us pochos, right? But the minute a white man or a black man goes over there, they fucking bow down to them like they're fucking angels
exactly,
or some
bro.
shit. Like I know they've never seen.
Straight
You
up.
you notice that shit? Like it's like, bro, calm down. They're human beings. They're not gods. You know. Why y'all bowing down? Why y'all showing so much love to them? Like you never know what they could be doing. You know, they could go over there and trying to harm you or some shit, and you're kissing their ass. But we go over there trying to tell them shit. And they'll call us pochos, and yeah, that's why I have this shit in the background,
Yeah,
bro.
they got,
I'm trying to call them motherfuckers
and
up
I think
here.
it'll be easier for people like us to do it than, it's a lost cause if you're trying to get, because there's too filled with nationality and stuff like that. That's kind of why they look at us a certain way. But I'm willing to
Yeah,
disregard that and just look at forward like our position, because at the same time we are in a powerful nation. Like we have the ability to get together and actually lobby and things like that. It's just you don't actually see anybody doing it. You know what I mean? Anybody um, really gathering a group of men to be able to look out for our fucking interests. You know what I mean? As a collective. But yeah, I definitely see it, bro.
yeah.
And it's with both. It's like a black and white world that we're living in. And yeah, they're quick to act submissive towards those
We're
people,
here in the United States.
and it's embarrassing, bro. So nah, I ain't with that.
Yeah, I guess us Chicanos, we're I think we're the only ones with pride and dignity and shit. I mean, yeah, you gotta be right to call yourself Chicano, though, man. I mean, that's what I am as well. I wasn't born in Mexico. My grandfather and all them were. I'm second generation or third generation. I mean, so they always called me Chicano. They never called me Mexican. Well, here in Texas, we're
Right.
Tejanos, but I don't like that word because they think Tejanos want to be white and all that shit. I don't want to be white
Right.
either. I am what I am. Type shit. Yeah, but somebody's in the comments keeps asking me, "Are we Venezuelan?" No, we're not Venezuelan. We support them migrating over here. What's wrong with it? Not all, not the criminals, of course. Yes, Brazilian too.